Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. In today's exclusive video, I'm going to be sharing with you 2 profitable Amazon KDP keywords for the day. This is an updated list of carefully researched keywords using 4 free Chrome extensions that I have analyzed in a previous video. Now, this is part 5 of the keywords connected to the African American niche, where you can go ahead and create low content, medium content, and high content books utilizing these wonderful keywords. Additionally, you also have a choice to use one of these keywords that are the most relevant in any book that you currently have in your portfolio that's already published, that is linked to the African American niche, whether that is a coloring book, a gratitude journal, or a manifestation journal, or even a high content book. You can utilize one of these most relevant keywords and update your 7 keyword slots to get your book ranking. And this is a strategy, a winning strategy that is adopted by many of the successful publishers that have managed to get their books ranking in the first page for specific keywords, but make sure that they are relevant so you don't get flagged by Amazon. Now, with that being said, if you are interested in videos such as these, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, where we do daily videos of an updated list of carefully researched keywords to help you boost your Amazon KDP business. And we also share tips and strategies to help you make a passive income online. So I'm going to head over and talk about the first keyword for the day out of the 2 keywords. Our first keyword is 20th century African American history for kids. 20th century African American history for kids has a wonderful, strong keyword niche score of 62 by self-publishing titans. Chrome extension, green light, ready to go. So I'm happy with that. Alternatively, we also have the total results sitting at 883, which is under 1,000, and that is also a good sign. Average bestseller rank is within that 300,000, and it is currently averaging 306,101. Average reviews are a whooping high 2,060, and average price is $12.33. Now, this wonderful long tail keyword has what you need to get started. You can even niche down even further and cut through that average bestseller rank and get as low as possible. So, for example, you could niche down according to whether the kids are girls or boys. You can niche down according to the age group of the kids, whether they are preschool kids, whether they are kids in the late primary school age, for example, 10 to 12 or 8 to 10, or even 4 to 8 years old. And the contents of the interior of the book will vary according to the different age group of these children. Also, you could also niche down what type of history it is. Now, of course, here we have the timeline, which is the 20th century. We have the heritage or the background of which is African American. We have history right over here, so the history books on the 20th century African American, but you can niche down whether you want it to be about specific inventors, female African American inventors, whether they are science inventors, geography inventors, technology inventors, these kind of different genres as well. You can niche down on the sizing, whether you want it to be a pocket size sizing, for example, 8.5 times 8.5 inches, whether you want it to be a travel size, 6 by 9 inches, whether you want it to be a large print, which is an 8.5 times 11 inches. That is totally up to you. We also have some really good books ranking here. This one is not sponsored, and it is using the exact same title, and it has a bestseller rank of 49,867, selling approximately 90 copies per month, coming to a total of $359 per month and $11.96 per day. We also have a couple of other books related to African American. For example, this one, I love this. This is a Black Woman in Science, a Black history book for kids, which is amazing. They've niched down to specific the gender, which is Black woman, and science, which is the genre, and they're talking about the Black history, which is nice. They're combining all 3 different sub niches within the African American history and combining it beautifully in a wonderful short book for children, beautifully illustrated as well. So let us head over and talk about our second and final keyword for the day before we talk about the resources that will help you get started. And our second keyword for the day is African American herbalism, a practical guide. And this is also a wonderful keyword that is ranking quite well. First of all, we have a keyword niche score of number 7 by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension, categorizing this keyword as a nice niche. So that is a good start. The total results are at a low 15, which is amazing and good to see. The average bestseller rank is a little bit on the higher side, averaging 516,052. Now, we would ideally like it to be around that 400,000 range. The lower, the better, but we work with what we have currently, and this is a great opportunity to dive into a very specific niche, which is herbalism, but the African American way of doing and dealing with herbs, their traditions, their heritage, their culture, their different specific healing plants that are native to the African region as well, and that are used by African Americans in their daily life and the way that they view holistic health as well. This is a really beautiful way, and this is also a wonderful title to utilize for your high content book. You could also create a part 2, which is a workbook as well, which applies the knowledge learned in the high content book. So that way you would get repeated loyal customers who have purchased the high content book, and now they are purchasing the workbook in order to apply the knowledge that they've learned and get practical knowledge that way on the African American way of dealing with herbs and working with herbs and natural healing as well. Also, there is a couple of, my apologies, I'm actually dealing with a really bad case of cold. So we have a couple of books that are also ranking quite well that are not specifically about African American herbalism, but they are connected to the African American niche as well. That way they've utilized this keyword as part of the Think keyword slots. So these were the 2 keywords for the day: African American herbalism, a practical guide, and the 20th century African American history for kids. You could use sites like Creative Fabrica, which you will get a 30-day free trial for Creative Fabrica, linked to the description box below. You could use that and access interiors to help you, for example, graphics that will help you with formulating the book interior and the cover as well. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.